Hello, Baby Gang says this is Calvin, also known as Orman. This is the Undertale newsletter for spring 2024. And it starts with, hello, esteemed gentlemen and gentlemen. Okay. Have the ideas I made brought you good tidings? I actually don't know if they do that. I don't think they do that. Anyway, here's a mini newsletter this month. Look at all the flowers there were flowy. Oh my god. Undyne and Asgore cutting a tree together. Deltarune development update. Okay, really interesting. Okay, let's go. I have great news and other news. Oh, don't water flowy. Or do. For the great news, thanks to the increased management power provided by my new producer, we've been able to hire a few more people onto the team. Everyone's only been working on the team for over a little month and a half, but it's making a real difference already. The producer's MO is for the fans' sake. Let's finish this before we become old and wrinkled, and I agree. Instantly stop becoming wrinkled. So they mentioned something like this before. The producers they brought on was kind of like, okay, while it's great to make a game like and take your time and all this stuff, it's also important to be efficient. And so they said that, you know, as Toby was saying, it's actually a really good idea to have this person on board so they can be more efficient. The other news. Chapter 4's development is going better than ever. We are on track to meet our internal deadline. The new hire is already making a great difference to improve atmosphere and the feel of the chapter, and I feel it's good about this champ. See, I agree. I think one of the things is, like, and I've heard this from, like, channels like Smosh, that, like, it's like, you know, they were creating stuff, like, kind of, like, willy-nilly, but once they brought on more people to make it feel, like, more like a job, and more like something that is more efficient, it got even more fun, because the efficient parts of a job sometimes can make it feel better, like having structure and things like this. Here's the current progress. Cutscene. Only a few ones left, some tough ones. Other than that, they need polish. Battles. All are technically done, but still trying to improve the flow of the bosses. Overworld. Still need to create around 10 maps and polish some others. Gimmicks. A kind of complicated gimmick nearly has all of its iterations made. Then there's whatever needs to go in those 10 maps and more things. A gimmick is something that's like a teacup, right, for Chapter 2. Okay, so what they're saying is like a lot is actually done, but it's probably going to take a bit longer, I'd say, to actually get this out. All that's done, everything needs to be flattened out with the steamroller of improving and pacing. This takes an unknown amount of time. It's my hope that the next time I update you, a first pass the entire Chapter 4 will already be at least halfway crushed by a steamroller, and at least some of the team will be moved on to Chapter 5. So they're hoping that, like, by the time that we read this, or the next time we read the next one in summer, we're going to get, like, a bigger update on, like, what's the improvement that the game has been finished. Look at that as well, watering. It's a lot of watering, I guess, for spring, I guess. The other news is, despite the game making progress, we can't discuss the release date yet. That's fine. Even if Chapter 4 is complete smoothly, there may be surprise factors, so we're not at the point where we can make solid promise. That being said, we will let you guys know as soon as we can. I can't wait for you guys to see more of the moments and characters I've had in my head for the past 8 years. In other words, the release is still quite far, but it's also a very real thing that is weighing on us more and more with each passing month. I can totally get that. Like, they have so many eyes on them, so many people are waiting for this game. The fan base is still so passionate. It can totally be like a really difficult thing to go through thinking about that. So there's a Papyrus Q&A. Round 2 is a great drawn. Such a great drawn. Surprise, another Q&A with Papyrus. He was originally asked for 80,000 questions, so there's still a lot more material to go through. In any case, enjoy. We'll save this for last. This will be the last thing we do. The watering of the flowers again. Oh no, he's feeding them this time. Spaghetti? No, it just seems like... Oh, Flowey had it. Fallen Wing, a new song by Toby Fox and Camila Amane Kante. Have you heard of virtual YouTubers? Recently I had the opportunity to create a song for Akame Kanata of Hololive. A couple of years ago, Kanata had played through Undertale for the first time on Steam. Famously, she had a really difficult time beating Sans, fighting him for dozens of hours straight until she won. Personally, I was moved to see her cry at the pacifist ending. I always liked her singing voice. I found it to be very distinct and kind of personal sounding. Combined with her angel aesthetics, I felt like the potential to make a really cool song with her. So I asked her, and it happened. Thanks to Kamila's amazing production skills and Kanata's distinct voice, the song ended up really special. I liked it so much, even from the instrumental demo, I felt like it was a great idea. If it gets rejected, maybe I can use Deltarune. Now, let me explain a bit. Although most of the time she's a goofy streamer, Kanata has a dream to be taken seriously as an artist and a musician. But there's an issue. She was losing hearing in one of her ears. For someone whose dream is to be a singer, there's nothing more terrifying than losing this sense, for sure, because you don't want to be tone deaf or anything. She felt like there might even be give up some singing forever. Actually, this resonated with me because I've also had issues as well. Issues with my wrists to stop even drawing, which again is terrifying for an artist. From making music, from writing, from programming, basically from making a game. Yeah. There's time when it feels like your hopes and dreams are simply slipping away from you. That the things you wanted to achieve are floating away from you in the sky while you lie there falling in a crater. your wings torn off, never to grow back. Bitterness grows and you feel like you may never leave the ground again. That is scary to think about. Like, if I lost my voice, that's my job gone. You know what I mean? If I could never speak again, my job is gone. But that's not true. You can still fly. That's what the song is about. Just before the intense part of the song, there's whispering. There's like a magic words that let you do anything. Words that let you do anything. As long as you say them, you cannot lose. Even if you lose a piece of yourself, even if you cannot get up anymore, you can. You can fly with one wing. You can fly without wings. So keep singing, keep singing. So, by the way, I'll leave the links to this in the description below so you guys can listen to it. That's what I always do with these newsletters. Camila's arrangement was super cool. Listen to it by itself for a sec too. So you can listen to the arrangement itself too. Look at that. It's such a cool drawing as well. Look at that. Conclusion. Like I said before, despite how much progress we are making, the release of the game is still far. I don't want to burn out waiting for this, but we haven't burned out making it yet. Actually, the opposite. We're on fire a lot. Ouch. I really feel like the fandom is keeping itself alive by having conversations about the game and loving the game and things like that. I feel like it is keeping itself alive. Oh, God. Okay, let's read the interview for Papyrus. So this is a much shorter newsletter. So this is the Papyrus interview round 2. I'm also reading this on my iPad, so if this doesn't look good, blame the iPad. But it's an iPad Pro, so it should be fine. It should be fine. Do you argue a lot with your brother? How do you guys make up? Argue, nah. Can't remember ever doing that. What? Yes, we do. The two of us are a picture of peace. We're fighting right now. I guess because Papyrus is so easy to get along with. I am? I mean, of course I am. He loves a good compliment, doesn't he? Your best and most chewable skeletal feature? Legion of Little Puppies. What? I've never been chewable. But if I was, I would contain every ingredient and nutrient. As for my best skeletal motion feature, it's definitely the very famous skateboarding video we filmed last time. It should be, right. Hey! I'll just move it up here. It's all chewed up. Who's been thieving on my tricks? Gee, that's rough. Sans, how many times have I told you to not chew on my videos? I think 0. I see. When the culprit will remain a mystery for now. I think I might have a clue it is. Oh, it's the dog. You're the dog. What? I can't hear you. I'm looking for my detective costume. Of course he is. Of course he is. I love like the spirit of like Papyrus and Sans, because Sans is not cruel to Papyrus. He's like he jokes to him like as a brother would, but also like make sure to make it doesn't go too far to the point that it doesn't make him feel like he's not important. Like he's always making his brother feel really important. What's the relationship like with your tiny friend Flowery? Oh, my tiny friend Flowery.
It's Flowey. No R.
Yes, my tiny and small friend Flowey.
Whatever you say, Papyrus.
Who's that? Based on the name, it sounds like we would get along. Let me walk in and check. Oh, sorry. What is the coolest thing in your... Sorry, I don't know why I read past that. Yeah, Papyrus and Flowey talking to each other is a very weird feeling. What is the coolest thing in your wardrobe? Let me walk in and check. I got it. It's me. What is the coolest thing outside your wardrobe? One step out and it's me again. The glasses as well. What about you inside and outside your wardrobe? 1 foot in both is also me. What about inside and outside your wardrobe and also on top of your desk? Foot in wardrobe, foot on desk, me. And the ceiling? Hand on desk, foot on ceiling, foot in wardrobe, me. And in your bed? Move the bed, on top of the bed, desk, hand on the bed, foot on the ceiling, foot in wardrobe, me. I love this, me. And standing just out of your reach on your rug? Sans. Me. Just waiting for himself to be the cool one. Of course. Well done, Sans. So how do you feel about your brother being introduced in a certain monumental fighting game when you're the one obviously put far more legwork into training? What? This must be fake and also a joke message. It's fake and also a joke. Everyone knows my brother is too lazy to ever fight anybody. If he was, for example, put in a fighting tournament, he wouldn't even throw a punch instead. So he's saying that he's not even like what game was he put in, by the way? Was it it was Super Smash Bros, wasn't he? He was like an extra Mii fighter? Am I right in saying that? He'd probably trick someone to wearing a costume that looks like him. And while they were out there doing all the work, sweating and suffering from their grave combat, he would be lounging backstage chatting it up. Eating conspicuously two-dimensional foods. And cracking jokes about the battle, like I sure am bad at this, huh? As a reward, his only impersonator gets a handshake. However, this is merely a theory of games. MatPat is retired. Since after all, my brother would never be included in a... Hey, Papyrus, have you seen the invitation around here? Ah! So he was Super Smash Bros, which is crazy. Like, for Toby Fox, that has to feel amazing. Can you shoot lightning bolts, Papaya? Sorry, I think this message is intended for Flowey's friend. He sounds very cool, though. Can he fire lightning? I wonder if he genuinely believes this. What should I name a new cat? A cat? You should call him Papyrus, but you should think of a custom secret name also, in case the both of us are in the same room. You can call me the secret name, and no one will suspect. You should totally name him Mew Mew Mew. Silence, Papyrus! So she's named Papyrus because she's the cat. What's a circus? You are a clown. The place you work in is a circus. And you sleep on a big bouncy ball at the back of the tent. Also, you have been caged for being too annoying. I get it. Are you going to read the question or not? I'm getting to that. We're always talking to Sans. You are in a cage for being too annoying. You win $1 million, but you have to write in cursive for the rest of your life. Would you take the money? Trevor. It's tempting, but think about it. Everything you ever wrote would have to be in some annoying, difficult to read font. If I did that long enough, everyone might even start calling me cursive. Think about that. Being named after a writing style. It's ridiculous. I much prefer just... Sans, where did you get that expensive hat? I don't know. That's great. Guys, that's going to do it for the newsletter for this month. So the news we got is basically that it's coming along, but it's not finished. And like, that's understandable. I don't think people are going to burn out. I think people are just so excited for this game. I would have preferred the chapter on chapter release, but I understand that's not what they're doing with this. Regardless of that, guys, thank you so much for always supporting me. Thank you so much for supporting these newsletters. I'm excited for the next Undertale game, next Deltarune game, I should say, and the next chapters. We will be playing it day one on the... Actually, I don't think we're playing it day one on the channel because it's going to release on PC, but then it releases on Switch like a week later, so we might wait a week to play it when it does eventually come out, like in 2 years' time or whatever. I would have preferred the chapter releases, but I understand they wanted to make it a full game now, and that's understandable. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much to the Can Never Repay the Baby Gangstas on Patreon. You were all so lovely for supporting the series for so long. Thank you to Typhiro2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, Normal Cara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuled, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Shabbatterbread, and Malcolm Conde. Let me ask you a question to you guys. Are you excited? Would you like to see more Undertale stuff every once in a while for the Monday video? Are you excited for Undertale and Deltarune? Are you excited to see more of Sans and all these characters? I guess they won't be in Deltarune, but you know what I mean. Are you excited to see Susie again? I'm excited to see Susie again. Tell me what you're excited about with Deltarune.